The Speaker of the Council of Representatives and head of the Bahrain delegation to the Fifth World Congress of Speakers of Parliament, Fawzia Zainal, gave a talk at the event on gender equality. She affirmed that such equality is a cornerstone of His Majesty the King's vision for all state institutions and that Bahraini women are experiencing progress thanks to the keen interest of Her Royal Highness the wife of His Majesty the King and the President of the Supreme Council for Women. She presented on the Bahraini experience through the formation of various committees in coordination with the STW, whereby the public sector alone has 45 committees. The Speaker of the Council of Representatives, Fawzia Zainal, met with a number of personalities on the sidelines of the Fifth World Congress of Speakers of Parliament. They included the Parliament Speakers of Kuwait, Marzouk Al Ghanem, Deputy Speaker of the South Korean National Assembly, Park Byung-suk, the Speaker of the Zimbabwean Parliament, Jacob Medina, the Chairman of China's National Assembly, Lee Zhanchu, the Head of Uruguayan National Assembly, Senate and Vice President, Beatriz Arguimon, and the Secretary General of the Inter-Parliamentary Union, Martin Chagong. Zainal expressed her pride in the level of cooperation among GCC countries and their parliaments based on their common destiny and interest. The Speaker of the Council of Representatives also participated in the consultative meeting in Vienna among Arab countries, where she affirmed the importance of joint Arab work in various international forums in order to tackle the challenges of the region. The meeting also discussed other topics, including combating terrorism and containing the pandemic. Finally, Zainal affirmed that Bahrain has taken advanced steps to contain the pandemic thanks to the directives of His Majesty the King and the efforts of Team Bahrain led by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince. Government school students have resumed classes as of September 7th, following the Ministry of Education's completion of all necessary preparations to combine in-person and virtual attendance. The Minister, Dr. Majid Naimi, marked the occasion by thanking His Majesty the King for his keen interest in advancing education, as well as His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister for his constant support in this regard. He affirmed that the Ministry is carrying out all directives by the Supreme Council for the Development of Education, as headed by the Deputy Prime Minister, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Mubarak Al Khalifa. The minister visited schools to inspect their level of preparation and application of all precautionary measures. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al Zayani, met with the Chairman of the Foreign Affairs, Defense and National Security Committee of the Council of Representatives, Mohammed Ibrahim Al-Sisi Al-Buainin, and the Chairman of the Foreign Affairs, Defense and National Security Committee at the Shura Council, Yusuf Ahmed Al-Ghatam, and members of the two committees. Al-Zayani has briefed the Parliament on Bahrain's efforts regarding the latest developments in Afghanistan. The Minister added that the developments in Afghanistan require quick evacuation within the framework of international cooperation. He noted that Bahrain had received a request from the U.S. government to assist in the evacuation efforts, and the kingdom responded by providing support and assistance with the evacuation operation. The kingdom received flights from Kabul at Bahrain International Airport in preparation for the transit of the evacuees to intended destinations. The minister said that the evacuation was carried out according to plans, using the kingdom as a transit point before evacuees could reach their final destinations. The competent authorities took the necessary measures in accordance with the precautionary measures. He added that Gulf Air operated the first evacuation flight to the United States as part of the evacuation operations from Afghanistan within the framework of international relief efforts and humanitarian solidarity with the Afghan people. As Zayani said that His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister had received telephone calls from U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and from U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, in which they expressed gratitude to the kingdom for its contributions. He also noted the directives issued by His Majesty the King to provide urgent humanitarian aid to Afghanistan. As Zayani said, the royal initiative aimed to assist brothers and friends and help the conflicted and the needy in various parts of the world is within Bahrain's endeavors to reinforce international solidarity based on the fraternal and humanitarian ties it has with various people. As Zayani also gave a brief on the kingdom's close follow-up on the situation in Afghanistan and its coordination with friendly and brotherly countries, especially GCC states, to ensure the stability of Afghanistan.